What if brainwashing wasn't just for spy movies? And what if you could use it, not to lose control, but to take more control? To finally wash away years of self-doubt and procrastination. There's a scientific name for this: self-directed neuroplasticity. It's your brain's proven ability to intentionally change its own structure and function. The thoughts you let loop in your head are actively sculpting the brain you'll have tomorrow. In this video, we're decoding the neuroscience and giving you the psychological tools to overwrite the mental code that's holding you back and hardwire your mind for achievement. Section 1. The myth of the fixed mind. For decades, we believed the adult brain was fixed, that after a certain age your personality and intelligence were set in stone. We now know that's completely wrong. The brain has a remarkable ability to change throughout our lives, a quality called neuroplasticity. The guiding rule is Hebb's law. Neurons that fire together, wire together. Think of your brain as a dynamic city. Every thought is a car. When you repeat a thought, like worrying about a presentation, you're sending more traffic down the same neural road. A little dirt path becomes a paved road and eventually a multi-lane superhighway. This is why habits feel so automatic. The neural pathways for them are so efficient, it takes zero effort to use them. A thought like, "I'm not good enough," may have started as a tiny footpath, but after years of repetition, it's the default highway your brain takes. A powerful example is the study of London taxi drivers. To get their license, they must memorize a labyrinth of 25,000 streets. Neuroscientists found that this intense learning physically enlarged their posterior hippocampus, the brain's hub for spatial memory. Their brains didn't start that way. They rewired them through deliberate focus. This proves we can be the city planners of our own minds, choosing which roads to pave and which to close. Section 2. The architect of your mind. The power of the subconscious. So who's running your mental city's traffic control? Your subconscious mind. Your conscious mind is the part hearing these words, but it's just the tip of the iceberg. Research suggests the subconscious governs up to 90% of our daily lives, our habits, emotional reactions, and core beliefs. Your subconscious stores beliefs like, "I'm terrible with money," or "I'm not a morning person." These ideas, often formed in childhood, are the source code for your automatic behaviors. When you try to make a change with willpower alone, you're using your conscious mind to fight a deeply embedded subconscious program. It's like running new software on an old, incompatible operating system. It might work for a bit, but eventually, the old system takes over. To create lasting change, you have to install a new program. This is what techniques like self-hypnosis and cognitive restructuring do. In a state of focused relaxation, the brain becomes more open to new information. Stanford psychiatrist Dr. David Spiegel explains that in this state, the part of our brain responsible for worry and self-criticism quiets down. By silencing that inner critic, you can introduce new ideas without them being immediately rejected. You're not just changing one behavior, you're upgrading the underlying belief system that drives everything. Section 3. The protocol. How to overwrite your limiting beliefs. Okay, let's get practical. This is a 4-step protocol to tear down old neural pathways and build new ones. Step 1. Deconstruction. Isolate the limiting belief. You can't fix a program if you don't know it's running. For 1 week, become a detective of your own thoughts. When you feel stressed, anxious, or procrastinate, catch the specific thought. Maybe it's, "I'm definitely going to mess this up." Write it down without judgment. At the end of the week, review your list and choose one core limiting belief to work on, like, "I'm not disciplined enough to achieve my goals." Step 2. Focused attention. The acetylcholine spotlight. Next, use focused attention to mark that belief for change. When you intensely focus, your brain releases acetylcholine, which neuroscientist Andrew Huberman calls a spotlight. It highlights specific neural circuits and tells the brain, "This is important. Get ready to change this." For 5 to 10 minutes a day, focus on a new, empowering belief. If the old one is, "I'm not disciplined," the new one could be, "I am a focused and disciplined person." Don't just think the words, feel them. Vividly imagine it as if it's already true. What does it feel like to be disciplined? This intense focus marks the new neural circuit to be strengthened. Step 3. Repetition and emotional intensity. A single thought won't build a highway. Neurons that fire together need to wire together through repetition. Every day, find a quiet spot. relax with some deep breaths, and repeat your new belief. But here's the key. Combine the words with emotion. Emotion is the chemical glue for memory. As you repeat, "I am a focused and disciplined person," actively generate the feeling of pride and success. Anchor the new belief to a real, positive emotional experience. This is what turns a fragile footpath into a solid neural highway. Step 4. Cognitive reframing. The old pathway is still there. When your brain defaults to it, you need to consciously reroute traffic. The technique is catch it, check it, change it. First, catch the negative thought. Ugh, I don't feel like working. I'm just not disciplined. Second, check it. Is this thought 100% true? Is it helping me? Challenge its authority. Third, change it. Replace the distorted thought with a more realistic one. Instead of, "I'm not disciplined," reframe it as, "I'm feeling some resistance, and that's normal. I can choose to take one small, disciplined action right now." Each time you do this, you weaken the old pathway and strengthen the new one. Section 4. Addressing the inner critic. Cognitive diffusion. One of the biggest roadblocks is that nagging inner critic. The solution is cognitive diffusion, creating space between you and your thoughts. You see them as just thoughts, not literal truths. Here's a powerful diffusion technique. The "I'm having the thought that" framework. When your inner critic says, "You're going to fail," instead of believing it, just rephrase it as, "I'm having the thought that I'm going to fail." This tiny shift is profound. "I'm going to fail" sounds like a fact. "I'm having the thought that" frames it correctly, as an internal event, separate from you. Another quick method: sing your negative thoughts. Take "I'm not good enough" and sing it to the tune of "Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star." It's nearly impossible to take a thought seriously when you do this. It strips the thought of its emotional power and shows it for what it is, just a string of words. What's one limiting belief you're working to overwrite? Let me know in the comments. Writing it down is the first step in taking away its power. Section 5. The Skeptic's Corner. Is this real? It's fair to be skeptical, but the clinical use of these techniques has a solid scientific footing. Top institutions like Stanford University have used brain imaging to show that hypnosis can quiet the brain's worry centers and enhance the connection between your mind and body. Plus, the other techniques, cognitive restructuring and diffusion, are core components of cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, and acceptance and commitment therapy, ACT, two of the most effective types of modern psychotherapy. But this isn't a magic wand, and it's not a replacement for professional therapy for serious mental health conditions. Think of it as a powerful tool for personal development. This idea of self-brainwashing is really a science-backed framework for personal change. It's about consciously using neuroplasticity. We walk through the protocol. Deconstruct your limiting beliefs, use focused attention to install new ones, use repetition and emotion to strengthen them, and use reframing to manage old thoughts. You aren't erasing who you are. You are consciously evolving into who you want to become. You are stepping into the role of the architect and purposefully designing a mind that works for you, not against you. If you're ready to take control of your brain's wiring, hit that subscribe button for more science-backed strategies. And check out our other videos on the science of habit formation right here.